Hello and welcome through the Stretford Lens. Let's get on with the video. This video is about how AFCON is going to affect Man United, how we're going to set up, what lineup it's going to be, because there's going to be a few major players missing. When Ruben Amorim was questioned about the availability of the players that are going to AFCON, he still said that he wasn't sure whether they would be available for Monday. However, I think they will be. I think that'll be their last game, and I think he'll start all three of them. Please go check out my starting 11 prediction and the match preview for the game against Bournemouth, where I talk about AFCON a little bit more in that as well. According to reports, we're in negotiations with the Ivory Coast, obviously for Ahmad, Cameroon for Bryan Mbeumo, not Onana, thank you very much, and Morocco too for Noussair Mazraoui. FIFA have issued a statement about this too, and they are insisting that players must be released at least a week before each nation's first game of the tournament. And the first game of the tournament is Morocco, which obviously affects Mazraoui. It's Morocco against Comoros on December the 21st. And then Mbeumo's Cameroon and Ahmad's Ivory Coast begin their campaigns on December the 24th. So there's a bit of a news update on how long the players are going to be unavailable for. We don't know when they're going to be back. That's obviously based on how far their nation goes in the tournament. I'm going to showcase you two lineups today. One lineup that I expect Amorim to go with for the majority of when AFCON is on. And the second lineup will be my preferred picks and my preferred lineup for when AFCON is on. Because trust me, there's a big difference between the two of what I think we should do and what Amorim is going to do. So let's get into it. So like I said, first of all, we're going to pick Amorim's side, what he's going to go with. In goal, Lamens, simple. And then into the back three. Right side is centre-back. I'm going to go with Lenny Yoro. Central centre-back, he is injured at the moment, but as soon as he's back, he's going to be thrown straight into the starting 11 because he's too good. When he's not there, we do miss him a lot. So central centre-back, Matthias de Ligt. And left centre-back, Luke Shaw. And moving on to the wing-backs. Right wing-back, he's going to go with Diogo Dalot, I think. He has preferred to play him on the left as a left wing-back, but that's because Ahmad was there. Ahmad is not available for this. And left wing-back, he's going to go with Patrick Dorgu. Now, I'm not a Dorgu hater like a lot of people are. I think he's got some talent, but he needs to just calm down a bit on the pitch. There is something there, and I hope we can see it, but it's just whether he is good enough to be in the first team for Manchester United. Right now, I'm not too sure, but we haven't got many options at wing-back, to be honest. He's not going to bring back Tyrell Malacia from the dead. Guy just sits on the bench doing like Instagram stories or something. I don't know what he does. But yeah, left wing-back Dorgu and right wing-back Dalot. And now on to the midfield. Probably the most predictable part is going to be Casemiro and Bruno Fernandes. He loves them as a pairing. However, when we move on to my squad and what I would pick, I do not go with those. And two cams. One's going to be Mason Mount, playing very well, so fair enough. And the other one is going to be Matheus Cunha. He can't really play him as that striker anymore, or the furthest forward of the three attackers, you know what I mean? Because simply we haven't got enough attacking cams that he likes to play there. We've got Mount, Cunha. Brian's not there, he's AFCON. Ahmad's not there, AFCON. So it's going to be Mount and Cunha. And then up top, Šeško is still injured. So I'm going to go with Joshua Zirkzee. And there's a completed look at that lineup. This is Amorim's preferred lineup, as you can see at the top. Now let's move on to my lineup. Kicking my lineup off, Sene Lamens, very easy. Decent pair of hands, much better than what we had before. My right-sided centre-back, I'm going to go with Lenny Yoro. I think that he's had a bit of a rough patch recently, but he's a very young centre-back. I think if we keep the belief in him and keep playing him, he's only going to get better. We've seen his performances in a United shirt before last season, and he was very, very good. We just need to get that confidence back up for him. Central centre-back, I'm also going with de Ligt. Solid as anything. Again, this is me presuming that when he's back from injury, he'll be straight back in the squad. I don't actually know how long he's injured for, but he'll be back in the squad as soon as he's fit. Left centre-back, this is the first one where we don't agree. Left centre-back, Lisandro Martinez for me. He's back in the squad. He looks fully fit, ready to play, ready for those passes, breaking the line passes, over-the-top passes, like we saw to Ahmad. Ahmad's obviously not available, but I'm talking about the one versus City. We miss his passing range a lot. We just miss his presence, even though he's a small guy. We miss his presence and what he brings. And that's my completed back four. Now, right wing back, I'm also going Diogo Dalot. He's not amazing. He's not my favourite player in the world. And I would prefer to play Mazraoui or Ahmad there. But AFCON, obviously. So he's in. You know what I mean? He's decent enough. Sometimes he can be shocking, and I'm just screaming at the telly, much like you guys are as well, I'm guessing. But he's in. Now, left wing back, I'm going with Luke Shaw. Left-sided centre-back, he's been very good, don't get me wrong. But do you know how attacking Shaw is? Do you know how attacking Shaw can be? When he was playing as a left-back in Ten Hag's system consistently, do you know how attacking he was? The overlaps, the crosses. He was like a main source of our chances that we were creating. Him as a left wing-back is perfect. I don't think Amarim's tried it once, which is concerning, but also not surprising because of how stubborn he is. But as a left wing-back, Shaw would be brilliant. Look at the player profile. It would work. So, Shaw left wing-back for me. I'm right-sided centre-mid, Amarim's least favourite person in the world. I guess you know who it is now. Kobe Mainoo, in my opinion. He's brilliant. He's fucking brilliant. You can't just bring him on for like 15 minutes, expect him to make an impact, and then every single game after that, Bruno, Casemiro, Bruno, Casemiro, Bruno, Casemiro. No matter what, it's so infuriating that. So for me, Mainoo's in. He deserves it. Get him in there. I'm partnering him. I have got Casemiro because just really lack of options. They're not a perfect pairing. There's not quite enough legs in there, really, but it'll do. And then my front three, I have got Bruno Fernandes in the squad. He is the captain, so he does deserve a starting 11 place. However, just slightly further up the pitch than what we see him under Amarim usually. Left-sided attacking midfielder, I've gone with Mount. He's in brilliant form. You cannot drop him in the form that he's in, so he is definitely in. And up top, I have gone with Joshua Zirkzee as well. I really like Zirkzee. I want to see him fight for his place, but Amarim's got to give him more opportunities to fight for it. He's playing players out of position. Cunha's not a striker. He's not a striker. We've seen enough of that. We've seen enough of Cunha playing in that position this season to know that he is not a striker. He isn't. No matter how hard you try and force it, it doesn't work. You need a striker. You need, when Šeško's back, maybe he'll be first choice again, but he's got to build into it, in my opinion, because Šeško's not been amazing. Before he was injured, he weren't amazing. I think he's had maybe 3 good games, Šeško. So, we'll see. But yeah, Zirkzee, I think Zirkzee is absolutely brilliant, genuinely. His link-up play is, there's no other striker or centre-forward or false 9 or 9.5, if you want to say, that can do what he can do. His ball control and his awareness, it is amazing. He is one of my favourite players to watch. He's 100% in. And there we go. Both lineups. I'll pop Amarim's there and mine there. But ultimately, I think the big difference, if I was the manager, not saying I will be, but if I was the manager, I wouldn't bring on 2 centre-backs for no apparent reason. How about that? And I'm going to leave you with that, guys. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time through the Stretford lens, and take care.
I step off the train, I'm walking down your street again.